Hello, my name is Sylvie Simmons, and the short version of my life is that I've spent the entirety of it in music and words. I'm an author and a music journalist. I write short stories. I'm a singer-songwriter. And over the last 4 decades, I've published a bunch of books, I've released albums, and I've written countless essays and articles on musicians and music. I've been so lucky that I've managed to meet so many of my heroes and so many of the greats in music, so many legends. But this talk I'm going to be giving, this class we'll be doing, is going to be about just one man. I have to admit, he's rather my favorite man, and that's Leonard Cohen. I'm also Leonard Cohen's biographer. My book, I'm Your Man, The Life of Leonard Cohen, was released when Leonard was still alive, and he participated in that book and gave it him support, but no interference. No wonder I love him. But to write a biography of anybody who's still alive, even with their blessing, you get to probe very, very deeply and know an awful lot about that person when you're speaking to family and friends and his lovers, his rabbis. So I learned a lot about Leonard, and you know, that never stopped. Even now he's gone, I've continued to always learn something about Leonard. And I don't think there's ever a day goes by when something doesn't pop into my head, a kind of what would Leonard do, like a kind of what would Buddha do, or just something he said would come to me, whether it's trying to make the perfect ginger smoothie. Leonard was quite the chef and he was very proud of his ginger smoothies. Or whether it was something really serious, a real dark night of the soul when you're just trying to make sense of it all. Something he said or he did would come back to me because, you know, Leonard in his conversation, exactly as he was in his songs and his poetry and even his artwork, he could skewer the human condition like nobody else. I mean, he was very wise, we know that. He was also very funny, extremely funny for somebody who had to put up with the reputation of the bard of despair for most of his life, and whose record company back in the day decided that they might put razor blades out free with his albums. It was meant to be a joke at the time. But you know, one of the things about Leonard that I found out was that he was unflinching, that he could stare things in the face that most people would shy away from. Things like the depression that he suffered and fought for most of his life, up until the age of 70, and which he told me was the whole engine of his life. It was what fueled everything, the wine, the women, and the song. And also something like death. You know, he could talk about it. He could even laugh about it. He would think about it. And he knew it was coming. And he was working hard to get as much done as he could before it did come. But, you know, there's so much I can tell you about this absolutely extraordinary man. I mean, he was a Jew who became a Buddhist monk. He was the poet who became a pop star. And he was, of course, the eternal ladies' man. Let's not forget that. But he was somebody who was a perfectionist, who understood and accepted that there was no such thing as perfection. There was a crack in everything, and that was how the light gets in. So what I'm hoping for with our class, our meeting, our talk, whatever you want to call it, I'm hoping we will learn some more things together, that you'll find out some things that may be a surprise or be of use or just delight you. And I'm looking forward to your questions at the end because, hey, I always say no holds barred. So I'm ready. And I hope to see you then. Bye for now.